Hey guys, welcome back. So today I have my very first ever design team project for the ever so wonderful Zuri. Um, Today I am going to be showcasing the Swan Dreams mold, and I poured that with black resin, and the details in this are just absolutely amazing. I will have links below to where you can get yourself some Zuri molds and the Illuminate black resin as well. So I'm going to go in with Metal Lake, Gold Rush, and Royal Red. And I'm just going to use a touch of the gold on the beak of the swan. On the beak of the swan, because I wanted to do a black swan. I was talking with some of the girls on the design team, and I was not quite sure what I was going to do with the swan mold, because as most of you know, my work is a little on the darker side, and they all suggested that I should do a black swan, so here I am. So I used the gold on the beak, and then I'm going to use the red on the flowers, and I just wanted to not have complete coverage. I just wanted to highlight all the details from the mold itself. And so I'm not quite dry brushing, but not fully saturating the resin casting either. So once I'm all done with the flowers, I'm going to go in with Metalik and lime peel to highlight the leaves that are on the resin casting. And again, I will have links in the description box below for Zuri's website, a direct link for the swan mold, and a link for Illuminite's black resin. And yeah, the link for Illuminite is an affiliate link, but it's no extra cost to you. If you shop from that link, I get a little percentage, and it costs nothing more for you guys. Just helps me out a little bit. And I will also have a coupon code for that below as well. So once that's all done, and I like it because it's still dark and grungy, I'm going to go in with this super old smooch paint. And guys, I couldn't even tell you how old this paint is. In all honesty, I've had it in my studio forever. But it's still juicy, and it's still, it's not dried up, it's not chunky, nothing like that. I want it to brighten up the wings. Yes, it's a black swan, and yes, everything on black swans are black. But I want it to focus on the wings a little bit and make them pop out a little bit more. So now I have some Stamperia, I'll never say it right, rice paper, and some mixed media glue, and a round canvas. When I'm using rice paper, I like to put my adhesive both on my substrate and my rice paper, and then stick them together. For some reason, I feel like the glue-on glue technique works best for me. And then I'll put a real thin layer on top just to seal it in place. And then once that's all dried up, I will just use my hands and tear off the edges of the excess rice paper, and then save it, of course, because we throw nothing away in this studio. And then once I've torn off all the excess, then I will go in with a nail file and just kind of file off those fuzzy edges. And I'm sorry if you hear the birds chirping in the background. It's a beautiful evening, and I'm outside doing my voiceover. Trying to enjoy the nice weather till it gets blistering hot again. Or is it blistering cold? Blistering hot, disgustingly hot, whatever. You guys know what I mean. It's hot. So now I'm going to go in with some cheap black acrylic paint and a makeup sponge, and I'm just going to go around the edges of the canvas. And I didn't want complete coverage because of the black and whites in the front of the canvas. If I wanted more of a solid color, I would have gessoed the edges before I put the black paint on, but I wanted it to be a little more transparent. And then I'm just going to tap literally right on the edge of the front of the canvas just to bring that black frame into the piece a little bit more. Now I'm going to go in with some Little Birdie's flowers. And yes, here I am going again with flowers, which I don't know. Some of my friends say that I'm coming to the bright side now. And I've been using flowers a lot in my work, which is odd because I never used flowers for years. I never used flowers. And now here I am in like all my latest projects using flowers. So I'm just going to take some of that black acrylic paint and grunge up the flowers a little bit. I also pulled a couple from a pack of Prima flowers, just a couple gray ones and some leaves. And I'm going to grunge them up as well in the same fashion. And it's really just dry brushing without the brush. There's not a lot of paint on my work surface yet, but just kind of smushing up what's there and throwing it on there. So I do have a piece of chipboard from Creative Embellishments that I covered in the same black acrylic paint, and now I'm going in with my favorite ever Fabri-Tac. And let me tell you, I absolutely love how this glue holds resin castings. This Swan, she ain't going nowhere. She's going to be stuck down quite well. So I kind of fought a little bit with placement because it's a round canvas, and besides the flowers, nothing I have is really round. So I was trying to balance it out with keeping the swan as the focal image, but yet building up around the swan. I really wanted to keep the main focus on the swan itself. Sorry, it's Fast and the Furious here, I guess. Always. So I'm just gonna attach all of them. I laid it out, and I initially thought I had it in my head how I was gonna have it down, and then once I start actually attaching, they go where they're gonna go. So once that's all done, I'm going to go in with some Finnabair wax in vintage gold, and I'm just going to highlight the chipboard and tap a little bit on the flowers themselves, and then highlight the wings of the swan. I originally, it's a black swan, and I originally wanted it to be completely black, but I can't pass up on highlighting the amazing details on these wings. I mean, they're just absolutely yummy. So I felt like, as much as I love the solid black for the swan, I felt like I was losing a lot of the detail from the wings, and we couldn't have that. So I just took that vintage gold and, real lightly highlighted the wings and brought out all that beautiful detail. And then just tapped a little on the flowers. And then I'm going to take some of the wax around the edge of the canvas and tie in the golds with the canvas itself. And that's going to be it, guys. Quick, but not quick. So thank you, Zuri, for having me. Thank you to my amazing teammates. These girls are absolutely fabulous, and keep your eyes peeled for lots of design team projects, because I know us girls are working hard. And again, I will have links in the description box below and some stills at the end. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.